Hello, everyone, and welcome to the December book review. This is going to be my last recorded book review. I am going to continue to read every month because I love building this resource for people to utilize. I will do that through my website, so you can take a look at that. I'm going to write just a few blurbs about the different books that I read going forward. So, not to delay, this book I read, When the Body Says No, Exploring the Stress-Disease Connection by Gabor Mate, MD. This is such a good book. I took pages of notes. I really don't even know where to start in telling you about the book, other than I think you should read it. I think the connection between our emotional selves and our physical body is really strong. And he researches this extensively and then interviews a lot of people who have had these different physical ailments that he talks about. And he discusses commonalities between them. The different ailments that he discusses in the book are MS, ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, cancer, different types of cancer, autoimmune disorders, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, IBS, asthma, Alzheimer's. There's even more. He talks about the cancer personality, characteristics in background, childhood, personality constructs. The biggest connector, I think, or the biggest thing that he talked about was emotional repression, specifically the repression of anger as a connector. So he talked about viscerally held perceptions that are common across all of these. I have to be strong. It's not right for me to be happy. If I'm angry, then I'm not lovable. I'm responsible for the world. I can handle anything. I'm not wanted, unlovable. I don't exist unless I do something. I must justify my existence. I have to be very ill to deserve being taken care of. So even in illness, a lot of people that he interviewed are still caring for other people. He even talked about some famous examples like Ronald Reagan and Gilda Radner. So I thought that that was interesting too. I think the personal examples and the stories that he shared as he talked about the illnesses was what really made this book interesting to read for me. I really couldn't stop reading once I started it and went through it pretty quickly. There's just so much information. The last part of the book, he talks about how we can work on healing and building our own emotional competence, which is an area of deficit for a lot of people who develop illness. So those 7 A's of healing to grow in emotional competence are acceptance, awareness, anger, autonomy, attachment, assertion, and affirmation. And he explains those further. And he talks about ACE scores. He talks about the biology of our body with stress and cortisol, childhood attachment, emotional regulation from parent to child. There's just so much good stuff in this book. I know I'm not going to say enough about it. One of the things I do remember him saying was increased exposure to dysfunction as a child causes a decrease in adult health status. So there's just so many commonalities between our childhood experiences and our adult health experience. But that doesn't mean that it's hopeless. He talks a lot about the impact of therapy, psychotherapy, counseling with illness and illness prevention by building that emotional competence. So I recommend this book. I think everybody should read it. And I hope you enjoy and keep checking my website for more book reviews. Take care, everybody.